Hey everybody, what is going on? Pete Simonetti here for NYY News. You guys can see in the title, there is some news right now that I can report on. I'm waiting on everybody to go ahead and join. I want to share this out, so give me 1 second, guys, and I will go ahead and do that. And then, yeah, we'll get into some questions, a little more about what I know the offer could potentially be. And yeah, we'll jump right into it. So give me 1 second, guys. Let me get a few things here. If you guys don't mind, go ahead and share this out, and we will go from there. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put the chat box up. So let me actually see what you guys are saying. Let me get the chat box up. 1 second, guys, and then yeah, let's jump right into some of this news here. Okay, where are we? Sorry, guys. One moment. All right. This chat's not coming up. There we go. All right, cool. Got the chat up. And then let's go from here. All right, cool. Let me just, oh no, I did not share this out yet. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, but I want to get enough people in here as possible. So, you know, I could kind of clear out the DMs because people are a little crazy over these things. Give me 1 second. Live. Got to do this crap with one hand. It's never fun. Live. All right, cool. All right, I am all set up now. So let's close this out and let's get right back into it. Here we go. Chat box is up. So everybody that is here got a super chat in there. DJ Steels, my friend, I'm just here because you bothered me about Verlander. Steels, I'm sorry, man. I just made a video. You know what I mean? I just made a video. That one, I don't think anybody's going to even watch now after going live right now. I was not expecting to go live today at all. I see everybody in here, all the regulars. Looks like we got some newcomers in here also. So I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much. Yeah, guys, I'm literally just told. I mean, this is probably going to, I mean, I don't even have my phone near me now, but I would probably say when I posted it is when I kind of confirmed it, because I had information earlier in the day. DJ Steels, my man, thanks again. Is he getting Bauer money 2 years, 45? No, I'll talk about what, you know, the terms are, and we'll go from there. But literally, no joke, guys. If you guys follow me or subscribe to me and got notifications on, you would have saw that I literally just put a video up. I was like, it's a slow day. Let me talk about Rojas and also Freddie Freeman, because everybody made a big deal about Freeman. I'm like, guys, calm down. It's literally Brian Cashman's job to do that. He wouldn't be doing his job. But earlier in the day, I was told that the New York Yankees are preparing to offer a contract to Freddie Freeman by Friday. Now, that's told me by one person. If you guys have watched me before, I've said it often. I will not put something out there unless I feel like confirmed by two people that I speak to. Now, as I'm talking to more and more people, growing a little bit, there's more people involved in what I do. And one of them, I say this a lot, you guys would be very familiar with, that would know his shit. And there's a few other ones out there that, you know, I like to confirm a little more before I put something out there. My understanding is that there is an offer on the table for Verlander right now. The Yankees have already made an offer for Justin Verlander. The funny thing is, when it comes to the money, it's assuming it's going to be over $20 million. I've had one person tell me 1 year, $22 million. Somebody else told me 2 years, $41 million. So I'm not 100% sure if it's a 1, 2 year deal, 3 year deal. Personally, I think Verlander ends up getting 2. And now another thing, guys, this is not something I'm a fan of. So, you know, I saw somebody posted on Twitter or something. They were like, well, it's probably just somebody you want. No, actually it's not. I am actually not a fan of the Yankees spending over $20 million for Justin Verlander. If that is the case, And again, I'm telling you now because, again, NYY News, we do not bullshit at all. I do not know what the contract looks like. I am just told that the offer is there. They have gave an offer for Justin Verlander to become a New York Yankee. That's all I'm reporting on. I don't know if it's over 20, but qualifying offer is around 20. He's going to likely get over that. They're not going to sign him for $14 million. This is something that me and Francis went back and forth with. I said I would give him 12 with incentives. And even after I put this news out there, I even retweeted somebody else and I said, only way I give this guy 20 is if there's loads of incentive involved. I'm not a fan of Justin Verlander for 20 plus million. I'm not. All I'm doing is putting out the information that I put out because that's what NYY News does. This is who we are, and this is who we always will be. Again, does the deal get done? I don't know, but I don't see Justin Verlander turning down either 1 or 2 years, likely 2 years, I would assume. If it's 1 year, I'm a little more okay with that. Still a lot of money. I feel like 1 year should be incentive-based, but likely going to be a 2-year deal, I would assume. I'm not a huge fan of it. And look, that's me talking as a Yankee fan. You know, I've said this often. Justin Verlander won the Cy Young in 2019. It's the last time he pitched. In 2019. We don't know how much spider tack was involved, but guys typically in their mid-30s don't have their hits per 9 drop by 2, Ks per 9 go up by 3, walks come down. I personally believe spider tack had a lot to do with that. I believe that. I also know Verlander's coming off injury. I also know Verlander is older. And look, no. Guys, don't get me wrong. Guys, do not get me wrong. So do not get me wrong here like I'm complaining necessarily about the money. I wouldn't do it. It's the Yankees' money. You're 100% right. It's not my money. I agree with you 150%. It is not my money. It's the Yankees' money. So, to each his own. Let him go do it if they feel it's the right. I don't feel it's the right move. That's where I'm coming from. I don't feel it's the right move. Of course, the Yankees can do as they please. My good friend Ruben, thank you for the super chat. They need to be incentive-based contract. I agree. I mean, I believe any deal for Justin Verlander should definitely be incentive-based. No doubt about it. I'd be comfortable with that. Look, guys. You're right. Am I going to sit here and bitch and moan and complain that they gave him more than 20? Yes, I know it's not my money. But I'm seeing it as a fan how I would go about this offseason. If you're giving anybody $20 million as a starter, go get Robbie Ray for 4 or 5 years. I know it's a longer period of time, but you guys know I've been a fan of Robbie Ray, and I haven't heard much of the Yankees being interested in him besides Kevin Kernan saying that he believes that's who they get. But I haven't heard much else other than that. Anthony Medina, my good friend, thank you for the super chat. Just wanted to say what's up, Pete, and not too sold on this potential Verlander deal. This has to be because Cole wanted him and he's vouched for him. And also Eric Creasy's working with him. And again, look, I'm not saying that it'll be a bad, I don't know if it'll be a bad deal. Apparently he was throwing 94, 96. So the velocity's still there. Verlander's always kept himself in pretty good shape. He's always been a workhorse. I know the pros here. The cons scare me a little bit when it comes to this type of guy. And again, not a Yankee yet. The offer's on the table. We'll see what happens. I think Verlander's a guy that signs pretty quickly. I don't think it's going to be something that takes days and days and days to actually happen. But, yeah, we'll see. If the deal goes down, you guys know I'll be here to talk about it. My good friend, thank you for the super chat. If it was a 1-year deal, he would have stayed. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I heard one person did tell me 1 year, $22 million. Another person also told me 2 years, $41. So we'll see what that eventually is. Maybe the bigger guys out there will put out what the contract is, or maybe they'll start talking about the deal being, something on the table from the Yankees. Ruben says, sorry, I meant to say they need to bring back incentive-based contracts on a lot of these players called stars. These players today miss too much time. Ruben, I agree with you. I agree with you 150%. I agree with you 150%. Let me just make sure I got everybody who did a super chat. I don't want to miss anybody. Michael Jackson, Kate Upton as first base coach as part of the deal. Maybe we can work that out. I see a lot of people are kind of up in the air about this one, and I understand that. I understand people being up in the air about it. I'm up in the air about it. And guys, also, I know there's been a lot of back and forth with people talking about one second, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do 12 different things at a time. But I've also heard again today, don't expect the Yankees to make a $300 offer to anybody. So I'll be honest. It's as me and Francis talked about on the podcast, the live podcast yesterday. We don't know. We don't know. This offseason can go so many different ways. And it's going to be the thing that we're beating on the head every single day when we talk about the Yankees. Because Verlander could be a move for many other things. Can the Yankees get Trevor Story? Do they get Story, Verlander, maybe Marte in center? Maybe Olsen? There's so many different ways they can go. But I'm telling you guys, at this point now, I am starting to feel like I would be shocked if the Yankees sign a contract for over $300 million. Now, one of the guys who told me about the $300 million that you guys would know, and I say that because, matter of fact, I don't even give a shit about saying it because you guys don't have to believe me. Nobody has to believe me. I don't care. I feel like I've obviously proven myself over the years, but it's okay. There's gonna be people who don't believe you and things of that nature. But this person believes that Corey Seager may sign for under $300. I don't see that. Not with the money that Eduardo Rodriguez is getting. What Justin Verlander may get for 1 or 2 years. I don't know. I would almost be shocked at this point based off the people that are telling me this. I would almost be shocked at this point if the Yankees did sign somebody at that amount. I would almost be shocked at this point. And guys, you guys know, I would love Carlos Correa. I would love Carlos Correa. I would love it. I would love that deal to go down. I don't care about the money. I would love Corey Seager. I would also like Trevor Story. But the Yankees can't lose. And again, I'm beating the dead horse here, right? The Yankees can't lose here. They can't lose here. This offseason got too much talent for the Yankees to miss out on. Chris says, yes, please. Bring Verlander and Cole together. Thank you for the super chat, Chris. Also, thank you for the super chat, Jeff. Oh, wait, I think we had another one here. Brett, I believe. Brett, thank you. Robbie Ray is a little overrated. Would rather see Rodon as a lefty. But Justin Verlander is still a proven winner. Still better than any two we have. I could get on board with that. I think he's better. I don't agree necessarily with Robbie Ray being overrated. Let me tell you why. I've talked to this about a lot of people. This is not Robbie Ray's first good year. He's had good years before. Yeah, they've been a little injury riddled, but the talent was always there for Robbie Ray. All you had to wait for was a little bit pitching coach. I always forget his name. Always forget the pitching coach's name over there in Toronto. But all you had to get for Robbie Ray was a little control. Always said, get those walks down by 2. Get them to 3 per 9, 2.8 per 9. And Robbie Ray's going to be an ace. And that's what he showed last year. I think he should stay in Toronto. I really do. I think the pitching coach and him had a great had a great working relationship. I'd stay there. Let's see. We got some more super chats here. Jeff, thank you. Pete, is there a sequence of trades and free agent signings that lead to a shortstop, 2 pitchers, and a first baseman that doesn't involve $400+ million in contracts? I mean, yes, there is. Of course there is. I mean, let's kind of go over this one by one. If you look at, you're talking about, let's see, you said 2 pitchers, a shortstop, and a first baseman. Well, Matt Olson's not going to cost a lot of money. So forget the $400. If the Yankees went out there, let's say they gave, again, guys, I hate giving numbers because I feel like I'm always going to be wrong. I hate doing it. Most people believe that Trevor Story gets under $100 million. I'll go high. Let's say he gets 170. You give Verlander 20. That's already what? You're almost closing in on 200. Add the 8, 208. You still got a lot of money to get 2 pitchers if you want it. Oh, 1 more pitcher. Tanaka. I put that rumor out there early in this offseason. Now you see other people coming along with it. There's another one. I was the first one to tell you guys about Masahiro Tanaka wanted to come back here and potentially wanted to come back to the Yankees. So, Jeff, to answer your question, that's very possible. That is very possible. Very, very possible. BCNT Sports Cards, my friend, finally caught you live. Love you, man. Love you too. Thank you, man. Been watching for over 5 years now. Following you. Big fan. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. Yeah, man. You guys have seen the growth, haven't you? You guys have seen the growth, haven't you? Tyler, my good friend, thank you for the super chat. Robbie Ray and Sean Medaya are two pitchers I see us getting. Pete Walker. There we go. Pete Walker is the pitching coach in Toronto who really changed things for Robbie Ray and really turned him around. And I'll tell you what, man, if I am Robbie Ray, I understand money is sexy. I understand money is nice. You'll still get you're still going to get over $100 million potentially, likely, if the Jays offer you it. I think that's the team I go for. Perry, thank you so much for the super chat. Instead of 300 for a shortstop to move to third, imagine 180 for a shortstop, 190 on pitching, Verlander and Ray, and Olsen. Stallings, can't blame Cash if team doesn't succeed. You know, Perry, I mean, I've been harping on this for so damn long, man. I've been harping on this for so long now. And again, it's like beating a dead horse, and I don't mean to repeat myself because somebody messaged me recently, like, Pete, you repeat yourself too much. I'm not trying to. I'm just simply saying you can't miss this offseason. You cannot miss this offseason, guys. You can't. You can't miss. Brian Cashman cannot miss this offseason. You can have a plan 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E. And all of those plans should likely make Yankee fans happy. Ariel, there is no contract right now to Freeman. Let me tell you what Freddie Freeman was, since probably nobody's going to watch my last video because of this information. But Freddie Freeman is a due diligence thing. Brian Cashman wouldn't be doing his job. Okay? Brian Cashman wouldn't be doing his job if he didn't talk to Freddie Freeman. He wouldn't be doing his job. BCNT Sports, thanks again. We got 300 people watching, but 1 like. 61. I think we're like 80 something now. So yeah, guys, if you don't mind, get the likes up. I greatly appreciate it. Ranks is a little higher. Maybe get a little more recommendations. Again, NYY News is trying to hit 6,000 subscribers by January. If there is anybody new in here that does not subscribe, please subscribe. Trust me, if you guys are Yankee fans, you will not want to miss what we have coming for you in January. It will definitely be the best in New York Yankee news. I give you my word on that. Never doubt a Sicilian. Never doubt a Sicilian. It'll be one of the best things you ever see. NYY News TV starts in January. If you guys are not subscribed, subscribe right now and get in here. I'm telling you guys right now, do not miss. Do not miss if you're a Yankee fan. Let's see. Hey, Pete, thanks for the news. Any way you think he signs tomorrow? Taco Nacho, I do not know. I don't know. Again, guys, I'm not a huge fan. I am not a huge fan of Justin Verlander. I'm on record of saying that. Not a huge fan for Justin Verlander. And I also don't like, somebody said this in the comments already. They said he's going to be, Gary Sanchez is going to be catching him. Again, anybody new in here, you guys know where I stand with Gary Sanchez. No offseason is complete if Gary Sanchez is the catcher of the New York Yankees. No offseason is complete if Gary Sanchez is the catcher of the New York Yankees. He cannot be the catcher of this ball club. Justin Verlander is a guy that likes to bury sliders often. You know what I mean? Justin Verlander is a guy that works high and down. If the Yankees get him, that's what he does. Hey, I'll talk about Rojas. Like I said, I don't think anybody's going to watch my last video with this news being out. I like the signing of Luis Rojas to play third base. If you guys don't know much, I also put out the first information about Eric Chavez being interviewed by the Yankees, and the Yankees like Chavez a lot. Apparently, that interview went very good. I do expect the Yankees to shore up the coaching staff very, very soon. I do believe that Chavez could be a part of that. The Yankees like him. Again, he's been on the club before. Yankees like him a lot. I heard Aaron Boone got along with him very well. He was a part of that meeting. So it'll be interesting to see if Chavez maybe goes to first base, maybe the hitting coach. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. But also keep an eye for the new people in here, Masahiro Tanaka. We were the first ones at NY News to put that information out there, and a lot of other things. I think I'm the only one right now reporting that Hal Steinbrenner doesn't want to sign a $300 million contract. Everybody else is saying he does. I've heard from 4 people that I really trust that know their shit, that do not believe that Hal Steinbrenner is going to go $300 million for anybody. So we'll see what happens there. But, that's what I'm being told. When it comes to Matt Olson, I've said this early. I think I said it on my video I just recorded not that long ago. I just literally talked about it, that if a deal, I would not be shocked if a deal got done by Friday. Again, I'm basically going over everything I did in my last video, but I understand this news is more important right now. People want to hear about it. Friday's an important time because teams got to start shoring up those rosters. And if you look at Oakland, I believe they got the 40-man right now sitting at about 30, 31, 32, maybe even a little below 30. The reason that the reason that it makes sense on Oakland that they're going to make this deal is because if they get 4 or 5 pieces, they could immediately throw those guys. They could immediately throw those guys on the 40-man roster without having to do much transactions. Their 40-man is very open for a reason. They wouldn't have their 40-man open this much right now. Understand? They wouldn't have it open that much right now. On top of that, the Yankees have a limited 40-man right now. I think they're at 39, maybe just at 40. So there's a lot of different ways you can go about this. But I do believe that there's a strong possibility. Again, if you heard my video before, Oswaldo Cabrera, Everson Piera, Matt Sawyer, Oswaldo Cabrera, the Yankees, Steven Ridings. The Yankees have a lot of guys they got to add with a very tight spot. They're not going to let these guys just walk away. If you guys remember, what's his name? Now I'm drawing a blank here. Perez. I feel like it's Perez, starting pitcher. I hate when I can't remember for the second. But the Yankees were going to trade him in the Gallo deal. They didn't do it. He's going to be available now. The Yankees aren't likely going to put him on a 40-man. They're not just going to lose him. Brian Cashman is not just going to lose these guys. So it's a very real possibility that you see by Friday a lot of these guys move. It's a very real possibility that you see that happen. For who? We'll see. Might be a trade nobody's talking about. It's funny because one of the things that fans like to say, I had some guy tell me, well, Pete, that's not true because Brian Cashman said this, and this. Unless you're very, very new to this, never trust what Brian Cashman says. He never plays his cards that way. Randy Vasquez. Sorry, not Perez. Perry, thank you so much. I don't know where I got Perez from. Randy Vasquez, thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Randy Vasquez is the name. Yes, he was going to go in the Gallo deal. I definitely could see him being moved. Again, Oswaldo Cabrera is really good. Everson Piera is really good. These guys are players that teams would want. Oswaldo Cabrera could potentially play in a major league club right now. So, again, there's a lot that could happen over the next couple of days. And, we'll see where this goes. Eddie Blanks, you said you're here for Verlander news. Well, you missed probably the first 20 minutes or so. Already talked about Verlander, but I'll talk about it again because I'm a fair guy and a nice guy. the Yankees have an offer on the table for Justin Verlander. I have confirmed that with over 2 people now that I fully trust. My understanding, again, when it comes to salary, I've heard 1 year 22, and I've heard 2 years 41. So again, I am not 100% sure on what that would be. Again, all I do here and all we do at NY News is, again, it's real talk for the real fan. Simple as that. If we got information, we put it out there. If we don't, we don't. I'm not a big fan of Justin Verlander for over $20 million at all. So I'm not doing this because I want him. I'm not a fan of it at all. We'll see where it goes. We'll see what happens. But I know everybody else got some. Anybody got questions? I didn't plan on staying long. But please go ahead. Anybody got any questions? We'll talk about it. Did the Mets just get Billy Epler? Well, they got to get somebody, right? The Mets got to get somebody in that GM deal. Carlos Beltran, bench coach. I haven't heard anything about Beltran. The only other guy that I know has been interviewed by the Yankees, I'm sure there's more, is Eric Chavez. And I put that information out a while back. Johnny, my good friend, says, Pete, do the Yankees add 2 starters? I would, Johnny, but I don't know. I know I definitely would. Thoughts on the Erod signing? Got a lot of money. And, I mean, you're going to see that, right? That's what I'm saying. When you see Erod get the money he got, you know, guys like Robbie Ray are smiling. Gosman's smiling. You know, these guys are happy. Would I take Stroman? I'm not a fan of Stroman personally. On just the person, the way he is, the character he is, level. I think he has small man syndrome, to be honest. But he's a good pitcher. Don't get me wrong. Would I be happy about him being on the Yankees? Nah, not really. You know, he shoots his load too much with wanting to be a Yankee. He's like in love with wanting to be a Yankee, and I get it. But he tries to shit on, you know, a lot and thinks how great he is. I get it. You're a good pitcher. You know, go pitch. Does Volpe got a chance to take the spot in spring training? No, not in spring training. Volpe's a very good prospect. The Yankees are going to give him time. See, people aren't fans of Stroman. Guys, again, thank you to everybody that is in here. If you guys are new to the channel, I will say it again. Do not subscribe. Do not subscribe. If you are not a subscriber, subscribe now. NYY News is going to NYY News TV in January, and you guys will not want to miss it. Over 4 podcasts will be running weekly. Live pre-games, live post-games, live chats like this, regular videos, roundtables. You guys will not want to miss what we have offering coming up in January. So please, if you are not subscribed, subscribe now. You don't want to miss it. It's very possible when it comes to Olsen, that could be a Friday thing. You know, that could be by a Friday type thing because, again, these guys got to go. The Yankees aren't just letting these guys go. Rodon's a good pitcher. I'm still worried about the injury history. There's a lot of injury history there to give him a lot of deal. I'm being honest. I'm being honest right now. I would not say Olsen is close. I don't know that. Obviously, I know the Yankees are very interested. The Yankees are aggressively over Olsen. That, again, is not just me saying it. That's being said by a lot of people. They're not the only team, though. I've seen some people say, well, the Yankees are probably bidding against themselves. No. Matt Olsen is too good for that. You have many teams involved. Many teams are going to be involved in Matt Olsen. They already are. Do I think that the Yankees have a very good shot at getting Matt Olsen? Of course. Why wouldn't they? The Yankees have a very good shot at getting anybody they want. You know, we've talked about that a lot. The Yankees have a very good shot of getting anybody they want to get. No, we do not clickbait at NYY News. The Yankees have an offer on the table for Justin Verlander. They have an offer on the table for Justin Verlander. I've confirmed that already. They have an offer on the table for Justin Verlander. NYY News is not your bullshit. We're looking for clicks. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. We've never done it. We never will do it. It's not who we are. We're not these other guys. We're not these other guys. Trust me, there's nobody like us. Starting in January, I welcome every Yankee fan, young, old, it don't matter. You will see who the best in New York Yankees content creating is. I'm telling you guys right now. So much on the table. Beware. Beware. If you are not again subscribed, I urge you, sub to the channel, because if you're a Yankee fan, there'll be no other place that you'd want to be. Definitely could be moves this week. I think there's going to be multiple moves this week. I think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are going to be busy times. I think it's going to be busy times. Miguel says, do you think Freeman is coming to the Yankees? Again, just so you guys know, I just released a video before this one talking about Freddie Freeman and the news today that the Yankees have Brian Cashman talk to his agent and himself. That's not necessarily news because Brian Cashman wouldn't be doing his job. Brian Cashman wouldn't be doing his job. Look, let's be honest, right? The Yankees' three options. The Yankees' three options at first base. They got one on the roster, DJ LeMahieu. DJ LeMahieu, Matt Olson via trade, Anthony Rizzo via free agency. The majority of people that I talk to and that you guys read articles from and see tweets from insiders believe one of those three will be the Yankees' first baseman. Most everybody believes one of those three will be the Yankees' first baseman. I don't think Freddie Freeman's going to be that guy. Brian Cash, and look, would I love Freddie Freeman? Hell yeah, of course. I would love Freddie Freeman. I'd be all over Freddie Freeman. That'd be great. Freddie Freeman would be a great addition. He would be a great addition. Do I see it happening? No. I think the Yankees have an idea who they want at first base. I think they have an idea of who they want at first base. We'll see. Ryan, I see you in here, my friend. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for telling the new people in here, if anybody is new in here, what you guys think about NY News. I appreciate that. Ruben, again, thank you for the super chat. I would stay away from Stroman. He's toxic. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of Marcus Stroman at all. I'm not a big fan of Marcus Stroman. Hey, Deep Patel, there's actually a much larger story than what you believe. Yeah, there's actually there was. I'm not even gonna talk about it, but nobody is hating on anybody. Trust me, it will be the other way around if anything. And there's actually proof to that. So I'll leave it at that. Freeman's using the Yankees to drop his asking price. You know, Dave, not necessarily. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, guys, this is Brian Cashman's job. Brian Cashman's job is to go out there and talk to players that could help his team. The Yankees don't have much options at first base. The assumption is they'll get one of the three I mentioned, but Freddie Freeman's an option. If all that falls out and plans don't work, you know you've already got information. You know you already got information on somebody. It's due diligence. All that is due diligence. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Got to do your due diligence. If you're not doing your due diligence, you're not doing your job. And that's all Brian Cashman is doing there. Brian Cashman is doing his job. That's all he's doing. He's doing his job. How likely do you think Seager is now? Do you think that Hal gives him, let's see, I don't want to miss it. Do you get that Hal gives him an exception because of how much the organization reportedly loves Seager? I don't know. All I can report on, I've been told by 4 people I seriously trust. Unless, again, guys, I wouldn't say it. My understanding from these 4 people is the New York Yankees and Hal Steinbrenner will not sign a $300+ million contract. Is there a possibility that Seager signs for under 3? I guess there's a possibility. Do I believe he does? No. I think Seager gets 300. I think he gets more than 300. Would he sign at 275? I don't know. Again, I hate all the numbers games. I hate talking about that stuff. I don't like talking about that. But at the end of the day, I understand it. How about 298? I don't know. Look, all I'm told is what I say, and that's it. Over 300 million, my understanding is by 4 people. I know what the insiders are saying. I get it. I know what Passan is saying. I know what Sherman is saying. I know what Olney is saying. I know what Rosenthal is saying. That the Yankees are going to go crazy. You know, Seager is theirs. Or Correa. They're going to get one of these guys. They're going to sign him to a $300+ million deal. I am told again by 4 people I seriously trust that Hal Steinbrenner will not sign a $300+ million contract. We'll see. We will see what happens. I don't see either one of the top 2 getting under 3. That's all I'm saying. Youth is on their side. Potential is on their side. And it's a great time right now to be a free agent. Yeah, Nick, 8 years, $223 for Story's an overpay. That's an overpay. I don't think Story gets over $200 million. Maybe a team like the Rangers or somebody blows him away. He's from Texas. So that wouldn't shock me. That wouldn't shock me at all. Freeman is too expensive, says Willie. Again, on the Freeman thing, guys, that's Cashman doing his job. Cashman's not wrong. John Heyman is looking for. John Heyman is looking for something in that. You know what I mean? That's a guy looking for clickbait. That's a guy looking for clickbait right there. When a guy like John Heyman says that, that's a guy looking for clickbait. Joe says Simeon is a far better hitter than any of the other guys. Somebody asked me this question recently, and actually it was Arby from NY News. We were talking in our chat, and Arby said, out of all the guys that are free agents, the shortstops, who could you bank on to be potentially the best over the next 3 days or so? 3 years, excuse me. And, if Marcus Semien could repeat what he did last year, that's going to be a steal for somebody. Even if you sign Marcus Semien, let's say to 5 or 6 years, which is a long term for him. Even if you did 5 or 6 years, all right? If Marcus Semien gives you 3 similar years to last year, it's a steal. It's a steal. It's a steal. That would be a complete steal. A complete steal. So, guys, we're going to go ahead and get ready to wrap this up. Again, the news that I have is that the Yankees have an offer on the table for Justin Verlander. I do not have an update on when he's going to sign, if he's going to sign with the Yankees. All I'm telling you guys right now is the Yankees have an offer on the table for Justin Verlander. I've confirmed that with 2 people that I trust. One of them is saying 1 year, 22. The other one is saying 2 years, 42. So we'll see where it goes. I am not a fan of Justin Verlander for that much money. I'm on record. But it's not my money. It's not my money. And I know that. I get it. Guys, again, just one last time. I know there's a lot of newcomers in here. Everybody that subscribed today, you will not be disappointed. I tell you right now in what NYY News does. Trust me, guys. January is right around the corner. Subscribe to this page. You are not going to want to miss what this team has for you if you're a Yankee fan. You are not going to want to miss it. I'm letting you guys know right now, you will not want to miss what we are doing, what we have coming out. Rob, my man, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate the super chat. Much love to you, fam. Guys, go ahead and subscribe. January is almost here. Team NYY News, NYY News TV is on its way. You guys will not want to miss it. Thank you so much for joining, guys. I'll talk to you again very, very soon. Thank you.
Tell me what you